Hello, Liverpool fans. Welcome to the Liverpool Report, your go-to source for the latest news, match updates, and transfer stories straight from Anfield. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that subscribe button now and stay in the loop with all things Reds. Gravenberch has aimed a cheeky dig at Pep Guardiola after Liverpool comfortably defeated Manchester City on Sunday. Goals from Mohamed Salah and Dominik Szoboszlai secured the win for the Reds to send them 11 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Gravenberch played 90 minutes from central midfield as the visitors claimed a crucial win in their title bid. With Guardiola having led City to 4 successive titles and been Liverpool's tormentor-in-chief, Gravenberch could not resist the chance to mock the Spaniard. To do so, he replied to Szoboszlai's Instagram post celebrating the win. Following Sunday's game, Szoboszlai had posted a series of photos from his celebration of his goal. He captioned the post, "Let's go," along with the skull emoji. Gravenberch replied to the post with the comment, "Svolaci," along with the fire emoji. That is a reference to a press conference Guardiola delivered ahead of City's clash with Liverpool in November 2023. In that media appearance, Guardiola mispronounced both Szoboszlai and Gravenberch's names. He said Salah, of course, but now with Svolaci and Gravenberch, so they are fantastic. Szoboszlai also laid on the assist for Salah's opening goal as he played a starring role in Sunday's win. The Hungarian took up an unusual position as a number 10 alongside Curtis Jones, with City proving no match for the league leaders. That was the plan. We played with 2 10s. As Mo said, they managed the game almost 90%, but at the end, the result is for us, and we are happy to take the 3 points home, Szoboszlai told Sky Sports. We were defending probably 30 meters from our goal, but we just gave everything. We knew that was going to happen, and it's part of the game. Sometimes you don't always have the ball, especially against City away. But, as I said, happy to take the 3 points. We have to keep going. It's going to be a tough game against Newcastle on Wednesday. 11 more games to go. It never ends, so we have to keep calm. We have to keep going, take it game by game, and at the end, hopefully we're going to be on the top. Guardiola praised his side for their performance, but admitted Liverpool had too much. He said analysing the game today was really good. We lost, so there's not much to say. How many times we arrived to the byline is a dream. But then, with the next thing after that, we struggled, and in the final third, we didn't create much. It's not easy. They have 2 or 3 players with Doku, central defenders, midfielders with Kevin De Bruyne. Strikers go to the 18-yard box. It was a tight game with actions from set pieces. We missed just in the final third to be more creative. Virgil-van-Dijk has urged Liverpool to make sure Anfield is a horrible place for visitors as they race towards the Premier League title. The Reds are now 11 points clear of second-placed Arsenal after their first win at Manchester City in the league since 2015. They host Newcastle on Wednesday night in one of 7 home games of their 11 left as they look to secure title number 20 in the coming months. Liverpool had a nervy performance against Wolves last time out at home, which led to some apprehension in the stands. But now Van Dijk wants Anfield to scare opponents again as they look to get the job done. The Reds captain said, "I mentioned it after that Wolves game, that obviously it's pretty normal, humans. There could be some anxious feelings kicking in. That could still be the case. But I think it only helps us and them as well to make Anfield horrible for the opponent. Like most of the time we have been doing that, and obviously the way we play obviously helps with that as well." How many home games are left? 7 out of 11. So let's make sure those 7 are going to be amazing. As loud as possible, and I don't think we have to speak about it because normally that is the case. Liverpool have still only lost 1 league game this season against Nottingham Forest back in September, and they are nearing a first title since 2020. But after a draw in the Merseyside derby against Everton, a close win over Wolves at home, then a 2-2 clash with Aston Villa, there was suspicions that the Reds were maybe wobbling a little. Then, title rivals Arsenal suffered a huge slip-up at home to West Ham before Liverpool beat City in what Van Dijk called a complete performance to move them 11 points clear, albeit having played a game more than the Gunners. Van Dijk said it was only a couple of days ago there was noise also about other things, and it could go the other way. Obviously, the result on Saturday and the result against City gave them fans the belief. It's down to us to keep focusing on the game ahead of us, and that's what we do. That's what I tell the boys as well. It's all about recovery now, and being ready for Newcastle will be a big test of it as well again. And we need our fans to be in great shape on Wednesday as well. We're looking forward to that game already. It will be tough for both. There will be difficult moments, but I think we're ready for Newcastle, and it will be difficult on Wednesday as well. So that's our main focus now, recover. It's a quick turnaround, and nothing else other than Newcastle in this stage. Despite City not being the force they were for the last decade this season, Sunday's win still felt like a seismic moment in the title race. Not only did it open up a huge gap, but it was the performance from the Reds, which was perfect in both attack and defence. But Van Dijk has urged his teammates to repeat it again against the Magpies, who are chasing Champions League football. He added, "You can't deny you play against reigning champions, and the way we play, the way we defend as a team, it's all positive and it's all looking good. But in terms of the Premier League, you can see how difficult it is to compete every 3 days. Wednesday will be another big test, a big game, that we have to be at our best, and the only way to do that is to start recovering now and turn your mindset up." Fulham star and Liverpool transfer target Antonee Robinson has been quizzed on his toughest Premier League opponents. The 27-year-old left-back has been in excellent form this season with 10 assists to his name. Robinson's dazzling displays in the top flight have turned a number of heads, with Liverpool boss Arneslot reportedly among those interested in acquiring his services. The English-born American international has now revealed which players are the most difficult to defend against. Robinson picked Aston Villa winger Leon Bailey and Chelsea's Cole Palmer and Man City ace Bernardo Silva as the trickiest attackers he's faced. However, despite being linked with a move to Liverpool, Robinson said he would not include Mo Salah on that list. Meanwhile, Arsenal's Bukayo Saka is another player he said he felt relatively comfortable dealing with. Fulham's Robinson made the surprising revelation in a chat with ex-Manchester United and Wrexham goalkeeper Ben Foster on his Fozcast podcast. He said, "I'd say Leon Bailey's up there. He's very hard to play against. He's direct. He's a threat. He can take it on both sides, so that's tough. I feel like most people expect you to say Salah or Saka, but while I've been in the Prem, most of the time I've played well against them. It's usually players like Cole Palmer. If I'm playing against him, he's just taking up positions that I don't want to go in." He added, "It's the same thing with Bernardo Silva. During our game against City, we should have won there. We should have won, but I feel like that was one of my worst games this season because I couldn't really get to grips with where Silva was taking me on the pitch." Robinson previously missed out on a dream move to AC Milan in 2020 after a serious heart condition was detected during his medical. The issue was later resolved after he reduced his caffeine intake, and a switch from Wigan to Fulham followed in August that year for £2 million. Robinson's worth has soared in the following years, and he is now valued at approximately £40 million. His comments on Salah were made after he impressed during Fulham's 2-2 draw at Anfield in the Premier League in December. Robinson told Match of the Day after the game that he believed he generally coped well with Salah's trickery, despite admitting to finding it difficult at times. He said, "I felt like Salah was getting the better of me in the first half. I was on a booking, but I felt more myself in the second half." Liverpool were tipped to make a move for Robinson during the January transfer window. Sky Sports pundit and Anfield legend Jamie Carragher was among the figures who urged the club to chase his signature, but a deal failed to materialise. Robinson himself previously admitted he would be willing to leave Craven Cottage. Addressing the transfer interest, he told Marca, "I'm very happy here. The fact that there is interest from other teams is great. Obviously, it all comes down to whether someone wants me enough to pay what Fulham would ask, so if the club sees it as a good idea, I would leave." Meanwhile, despite dealing with the threat posed by Salah admirably in the past, Robinson made it clear to Foster that he's still a tricky opponent to play against. He said with Salah, "I'm not saying it's easy, but you know what you're getting in terms of the wing play. Palmer and Silva are finding those pockets and pulling the strings in a different way. At the same time, most of the games that I've played against Salah or Saka, even if I've played really well, they'll still pop up and get a goal or an assist. Robinson added, whether they were up against me at that moment or not, they'll get something and they're the most annoying players.